Hey guys, it's Mitterlehner. Welcome to my channel. This is my first ever YouTube vlog. Real quick, if you haven't seen me before, I'm the CEO of GrantMitt Group. It's one of the fastest growing companies in the country. Last year in 2021, we increased our revenue from the previous year by over 107%. This year, we're on track to most likely triple our revenue and do close to about 40 to 45 million in revenue. So what this channel is 100% for is to help people. I will never sell you a course. I will never try to sell you anything whatsoever. I do not want your money. In fact, I actually want the opposite. I want you to be able to make more money, have a better career, and ultimately have a better life. So if you haven't, I also have a podcast, the GrantMitt Podcast, and you can also check me out on Instagram and Twitter with the @handle @GrantMitt. So what I want to talk about today in the vlog is how to choose the right vehicle. And what I mean by vehicle is how do you choose the right industry, sector, business, or job that can give you the life that you want? And many times what happens is I'll talk all the time to people that are in college and high school, or maybe they just have a job that they don't like right now. And they're essentially trying to figure out, one, how to figure out what to do in life, but two, how to make the type of money and the right career that's going to give them the life that they want. And many times what happens is you get into college, you get into school, you talk to your parents and friends, and you get extremely confused. You don't know what job fits you. You have all this nervousness and hesitancy to pick a certain career. Because when you're in high school and college, it oftentimes feels like you have to, for example, if you're getting a finance degree, you have to be in finance, or you have to be in sales, or you have to be an engineer. And essentially, what I'm going to talk about is how to choose the right career and how to choose the right vehicle to get you there. So the best thing I can tell you first off is, one, look at first the type of life that you want to live. Okay, forget your passions, forget what you think you're good at, but first figure out, if I had to pick, cookie cutter, pick my life, and the way I would live it, what I would do, what would that look like? Okay, so for a second, I want you to think, okay, what would you do on a weekly basis? What restaurants would you go to? What type of car would you drive? What type of things would you be able to do for others? Like, for example, what charities would you donate to? Would you want to help your parents? What area of the country would you like to live in? What neighborhood? What type of home? Is it a condo? Think of every down to the single detail of the lifestyle that you would want to live. Once you've determined that, whether you have kids, you're single, whatever the case is, I want you to write all of those things down. Next, what I want you to do is figure out what income would allow you to live that exact lifestyle. It could be 50,000, it could be 100, 200, it could be million, it could be 100 million. I have no clue, it's up to you. But next is, like I said, figuring out the income it's going to take to help you get there. Now, step 3 is, once you know the lifestyle you want, the income that it's going to take to get there, and then number 3, you need to figure out and reverse engineer and go, okay, if I need to make $500,000 a year to live this lifestyle, what industries, jobs, sectors, business, or job title can give me that lifestyle? Okay? Because a lot of times people are so obsessed with doing what they're passionate about, and doing what you love is important. But even more so than that, doing what you're actually good at is even more important. Because if you're passionate about something, but you're not necessarily good at it, or it's not going to provide the income that you're going to need to be able to live the life that you want, you're probably not going to be happy long run. But if you're doing something you're truly good at, you're making great income, and you're living the lifestyle that you want, you're probably going to be a heck of a lot more happy, and you're probably going to live a much better life for you, your family, and every single person around you. So, like I said, you figured out a general idea. You said, okay, I want to make $500,000 a year. I want you then to seek out people that make that type of money, do all the research you possibly can, and figure out what type of job, industry, or sector it's going to take to make you get to that lifestyle. And remember, this life that we live is basically a video game. It has no set rules. While many times we grow up with people telling us you have to have this degree, you have to know these people. There's people, everyday people around you that are no smarter than you, that are making and achieving the things that you want to achieve. And I'm not saying that to be motivational. I'm telling you because it's facts. I saw it in my own life. When I was 22, I was stressed out. I was sleeping on my mom's couch. I was super broke. I had transferred to University of Houston, going the cookie cutter route because that's what everyone told me. When I got into orientation, because I'd played college football in 2 different junior colleges in different states, I quickly found out the day I got there in orientation, while I was supposed to be a senior, University of Houston wasn't accepting any of my credits, and I was going to have to go all the way back to freshman year, basically essentially wasting 3 years of my life that I'd already wasted on school. I remember driving back to my mom's house, which is embarrassing to say, and getting on Facebook and Instagram and seeing all my friends posting their graduation pictures and all these amazing things happen to them, and just feeling like a complete loser. I had all these goals to be successful. I had all these dreams to be able to have this and be able to travel here and do all the things that I wanted to in life. But I was literally living in failure, and I obviously didn't want that to happen. Now, if you stop at this part of the story, you would think that my life is done. Not literally, but I wasn't going to be successful, or that I wasn't going to achieve the things that I wanted to achieve. But what I had to do is exactly what I'm telling you to do. Well, Grant, like, what lifestyle do I want to live? Not in 10 years, but now. And what I realized is I thought back to my days in college when I was in Long Beach, California, and I remember how big solar was taking off. And I heard all these things about people in solar make great money. I then, while I'm Ubering across Houston by myself, I'm 22, I'm stressing, I don't know what I'm going to do. All my friends are graduating college, and I'm this loser that's now going to be a freshman again. I'm sleeping on my mom's couch. I go, what if I apply for solar jobs? I bet you that there's solar sales that people do in Texas, I'm assuming, I don't know. So in between the breaks, while I was waiting for new people to take my rides or whatever as an Uber driver, I applied for sales jobs. Next thing you know, within 2 to 3 weeks, I was getting interviews with solar companies, and I ended up getting a couple offers to a solar position where I could start making 6 figures with no degree at a really young age. And this is what I talk about, is I didn't get obsessed or focused on what am I passionate about? What am I going to make the biggest impact in the world? No, I was more focused on, look, what am I good at? I'm good at communicating. I know I can do sales. In an emerging, quick growing industry with solar, so I said, I need to get in solar. And immediately within 2 weeks, because I wasn't overly emotional, because I wasn't worried about what everybody else was doing, I was focusing on what can give me the life that I wanted to live. Because I remember as I was driving around Houston, I would see these awesome high rises in downtown. And I said, man, I'm going to find a way to live there. I looked at how much the rent was, and I figured out I needed to make 6 figures to be able to live there and live that lifestyle, not live on my mom's couch like a loser, and do the things that I want to do. And so because I focused on the type of vehicle, and by vehicle I mean opportunity that could get me there. Now, it didn't guarantee anything, but because I was focused on finding something that could get me there if I succeeded, if I, in essence, drove the car the right way, then I had a shot. And that's the best thing I tell you guys is, look, you have to get in a vehicle, you have to get an opportunity, you have to get your skin in the game as fast as possible. Many times you'll hear people tell you, guys, you got all the time in the world. You're going to work the rest of your life. That's bullshit. Time is of the essence. We can make more money. We can find new opportunities, but we can't get back wasted time. And no matter if you're 60 years old, 20 years old, whatever you are, we have to realize is that you can't get back time. And as you move up, you get family, you get kids, the amount of pressure and the amount of responsibilities that you're going to have is going to continue to go up. So why wait? Why wait on an opportunity or something that you know that you can succeed at when you can test it and make something happen today? And that's what I did. And I went from a sales rep, went through all the hell to figure that out and get that down. I would Uber in between sales appointments so I had enough money and to pay for my gas and food and to do this because it was a full commission job. And long story short, I figured it out and ended up building a really successful company. And so, like I said, it first starts with a decision, but most importantly, you have to know what type of life that you live. Because, for example, if you let the world decide it for you, you end up at some marketing position or some accounting position, which I'm not saying that's bad because you can 100% do that and be successful. But you may end up in a cookie cutter position at a company with no growth, where you're going to make 50 grand no matter what. And you might outwork everybody, but never have the opportunity to actually live the life that you actually want. So that's a quick story for you guys, a quick message. I'm going to be posting these anywhere from 1 to 3 times a week. If you like what you heard, please make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment on your opinion, your response. Other than that, thank you guys. I hope you have an awesome week. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks, guys.